Shalom, Israel. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BASHAM, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who teach and rule well at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. Back with another lesson. I'll title this one, There is no truth in the land. There is no truth in the land. Call Allah Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI. Call Allah Yimla, Allahayanawa, Yahawah, Abanawa, Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI. I'm back with another lesson, but things are just they continue, to escalate, I was watching something the other day, and this whole thing with the American president, Biden, and his family, they were basically going into, the money laundering, with the Biden family and the money laundering, this place is so corrupt and around the world, and the Lord is really, He's really putting a spotlight, on all the evil and the corruption, the lies, the deception that's going on in this place here in America and around the world. The Lord is, the judgment is going forth. The judgment is going forth. But let me, I don't want to make this too long. It's just a quick hit. But let me go to Micah 7, because there's absolutely no truth in this world, man. And Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI is He's not feared. The people have just waxed completely. They're gone, man. Starting with 2/3 of you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the 12 lost tribes of Israel, the Lord's chosen people, and on down to the other nations. The world is in an uproar right now, and it's confusion, it's deception and corruption that's going on. So let me go here, Micah. Let me go Micah 7:2. Micah 7:2, and it reads. It says, "The good man, the good man is perished out of the earth, and there is none upright among men. They all lie in wait for blood. They hunt every man his brother with a net." Right. There's and those good men are the men of the Lord, that's serving, Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI. There's not, there's not enough, real men left, that's righteous, starting with, the Lord's, people, the tribes, man, because at this time, this is about the elect. This is who this is about. This is about the elect. And people are just they're just waxing worse and worse, but there's no real, there's not enough righteous people left in the world, man. It says and you have all the trickery and trades, and people setting people up and extorting one another. And it ties right into this next verse. It says 3. It says that they may do evil with both hands earnestly. It says, the prince asketh, and the judge asketh for a reward, and the great man he uttered his mischievous desire, so they wrap it up.
Morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
All right. All right. Beautiful morning. Beautiful. Yes. But it says, I'll read it again. Salakia. It says 3. It says that they may do evil with both hands earnestly. The prince asketh, and the judge asketh for a reward. It says, and the great man he uttereth his mischievous desire, so they wrap it up. So you have your your government, your judges and your government officials and things like that, basically, are greedy and corrupted, just like with this money laundering and the lies and the deceptions. They're skillfully corrupted, man. They have wicked schemes and plots. Your judges and your officials, they're corrupted, they're greedy, they're skillful at doing wickedness, and this is ultimately Esau Edom, the so-called white man. It says, I'll read it one more time. It says that they may do evil with both hands earnestly. It says the prince asketh, and the judge asketh for a reward. It says, and the great man he uttereth his mischievous desire, so they wrap it up. They're just wicked, man. Corrupted. The judges, your officials, your leadership, just completely greedy, corrupted, and the Lord is shining the light. And this is the end of this, man. There's just no truth. And they're taxing the people and their own people, and taking everything from them and lying to them to their face. It says, let me hop down just due to time consumed. It says 5. It says, trust ye not in a friend. See, trust ye not in a friend. Put ye not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. Don't you at this, because we're coming into a time, man, where a lot of friends and family members that you've known for 20, 30 years, they're gonna betray you, man. They're gonna sell you out, especially if you're serving the Lord. YAHAWAHSHI. The Lord is drawing the line in the sand right now. He's drawing the line in the sand. You're either with him or against him, man. You cannot be 1 foot over here and 1 foot over there. The time is coming, and ultimately that MOTB, the mark, where no man can buy or sell, the hour of temptation. And the hour of temptation is a period of time. It isn't just 1 hour. It's a period of time where, and it's a major prophecy, man. That where no man can buy or sell. You will not be able to buy nothing or sell anything or have a regular life. If you don't take that mark. This is going to be the new way to live, to buy stuff. But you right along that, you have persecution coming, to the Lord's people, because the Lord told you they persecuted me, and so they shall persecute you. And ultimately they're coming after the prophets, man. The real servants of the Lord. But it says trust ye not in a friend. It says, put ye not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. Even your own wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to get to a point like that, man. And then it says, let's go to 6. It says 6. It says, So you can't trust nothing in this end time, man. You have to walk out your own salvation. You have to walk out your own salvation. You see what happened to Lot's wife. Lot's wife they were instructed, do not look back. You see what happened to Lot's wife. You know, and they were instructed not to look back, and Lot's wife looked back because the Lord was going to, he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, and she was heavenly instructed, don't look back. And she looked back, and the Lord turned her into a pillar of salt. You see? So you got to walk out your own salvation in this end time, even if your own family, your kids, your wife, you know, however the Lord want to do it, man. You got to keep your eye single. You got to walk out your own salvation in this end time, because it's betrayal coming. It's you know, persecution, all of that. It says, it's 6. It says, for the son. It says, for the son dishonoreth the father, the daughter riseth up against her mother, the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the men of his own house. Your own enemies, you know, in your own household, man. Your own enemies. And how many, you know, families are out there right now that, you know, that it's like that, where, you know, the son and the father don't get along, the mother and the daughter don't get along, the daughter-in-law don't get along with the father-in-law. I mean, you have all of that in these households, man, amongst the families right now. And how much more is it going to be when the MOTB come, when that mark come, you see? So, you know, this is going on, man. This is going on. You got to walk out your own salvation, and on top of that, you know, they're not, you know, a lot of families, you know, 2/3 of our people, they're not speaking YAHAWAHSHI in their household. They're not trying to do right, man. A good majority of you Israelites, you got one foot in the world and one foot in the truth. You know, you got to come all the way out. You got to come all the way out. You're either all the way in with the Lord or all the way out. But your own enemies are in your household, and it's going to be smoking clear in that time of this MOTB, because the husband might say, I'm not getting that, but then the wife said, we are going to get it. I'm getting it, and that's going to draw a whole new, that's going to draw a division. It's all coming. It's all coming, especially when the food gets scarcely, you know, because a famine is coming, you know, pestilence and stuff, you know, tough times, man, tough times. It says 7, it says, therefore I will look unto the Lord. I will wait for the Lord. It says, Salaki, it says, therefore I will look unto YAHAWAHSHI. I will wait for the Lord, my power, the God of my salvation. My God will hear me. So this is what we're supposed to be doing. We have to wait, man. We have to wait. This is what you're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to be out there trying to be in the middle of these protests and trying to you know, save all type of lives in this time of violence and crime. You're not gonna be able to do that, man. We have to wait on the Lord, man. You have to wait. You know, the Lord says, stay away from evil. Be going to these protests and all of that. That's not what the Lord said to do, man. It says 9. It says, I will bear the indignation. See, it says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord, because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. And how many of you are you know, bearing the Lord's indignation? How many of you are taking the Lord's chastisement and waiting and repenting? Because we've all sinned. We're all filthy, man. All of us. Every day we go off. It is humanly impossible to keep all the law, statutes, and commandments perfect. It's humanly impossible. So this is why we have to continue to pray and beg that we are found worthy to be saved, man. But you have a lot of Israelites. They're doing good. They have a good job, home, business. They're living the life, man. And they may say a little prayer, thank you Jesus for putting the money in, thanking them for the money, but to constantly praying and seeking the Lord and begging for mercy that you are found worthy, man. Because we're all filthy in the eyes of the Lord. The Lord said even the sun, the moon, the stars are filthy in the eyes of the Lord, man. So you got your little job, and your degree, and you got it all figured out. No, and you're gonna find out in this end that none of that meant nothing, because the Lord don't care nothing about that, man. The whole duty of man is to fear the Lord and to keep His commandments. See. And this, it goes back to, the parents, you Israelite parents, are you telling your children and speaking the gospel in your household and trying to rehearse the righteous acts and telling your kids? You're getting a lot of you Israelites, your family, you getting them ready for Halloween and Thanksgiving. You don't tell your kids nothing about the holy days, nothing. You don't tell them nothing about the holy days. And that angers the Lord, man. And you're gonna find out. See? But we're supposed to be repentant and waiting. The Lord said, have patience and vengeance is mine. We're not supposed to be partakers in these protests and, trying to stand up for Palestine and all this stuff. We're not doing that, man. We're not taking no sides. We serve Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, the God of Israel, the power of the Hebrew Israelites, the God of this holy Bible. We stand for righteousness, man. Righteousness. The Lord, Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI. It says 10, it says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy God? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as mire in the streets. And you have a lot of women, we're telling you about what's the judgment that the Lord is bringing on the earth, about the violence, the crimes, the pestilence, the famines, the war. And a lot of, the women, especially our wives, some of our wives, they don't believe this, man. And they're going to be put to shame. They're going to be put to complete shame. There's the ultimate shame that's coming. People are going to be shamed in this end time because they just don't believe it. And a lot of you women, especially, some of our wives, they kind of mock at it. They kind of sweep it on. They see it, but they don't. It's going to take complete the action is going to have to be performed right in front of them, and then that's when they're going to be believed. But they're going to be shamed, man, because what the Lord is, He's about to bring the women down low, man, to your place. There's a great humbling pie that's coming, to women, because the women have been exalted in the earth, and the Lord is, he deals with men, he deals with men, but the women, the time is coming where things ain't gonna be so pretty for the women, man, for everybody, but ultimately the women, you're gonna learn your place, man. It's a great time of humbling, a great humbling that's coming amongst the earth. The Lord is bringing. Let me go here. Let me close out with these last two. It says, according to the days of thy coming, 15. It says, according to the days of thy coming out of the land of Egypt, will I show unto him marvelous things. See, in the time coming out of the first Egypt with Moses and our forefathers, the Lord performed miraculous miracles. He gonna do the same thing in this second Egypt, but he's gonna do it on a far greater scale. You have the chariots, the so-called UFOs are coming closer and closer. It's going to be unignorable in a minute. You're going to start to see more and more deeper and stranger signs in the skies and amongst the earth. You're going to see spiritual power. These are the things that's coming. 16, I'll close out with this. 16, the Lord is coming back to deliver the elect. out of this second Egypt, the elect. It says 16, I'll close out with this. It says, the nations shall see and be confounded at all their might. The nations, all you nations, the nations shall see and be confounded at all their might. See, they shall lay their hand upon their mouth. Their ears shall be deaf. You know, that's basically what, you know, you other nations, you're just going to be, you're going to be confounded, man. You're going to be blown away in this end time, you know, at the destruction that the Lord is bringing to you other nations, and he's going to crush your military might. And like it says, they shall be amazed at the strangeness of their salvation. It's going to be smoke and clear in this end time that the Lord is only dealing with the elect out of the 12 lost tribes